Hi, Bachi. Um, I'm currently just waiting for people to join into the stream before I start, but I'm going to get everything ready for whenever, so I can just go and start whenever I'm ready to. Um, the mashed potato bowl. I know people call it different names, but I'm used to calling it a mashed potato bowl. It's basically just mashed potatoes, corn, popcorn chicken, and gravy on top. That's just what it is, and like there is shredded cheese too that you can add to it, but I've always just called it a mashed potato bowl. But the way I do it, it's like a casserole form, but it's still the same thing. I just put everything together in a 13 by 9 pan. It is like KFC's, but to me I just like to me it's there was a homemade recipe, so I just chose to copy it. But it is pretty similar to KFC, other than I don't use like instant mashed potatoes. I make them directly. I make the homemade mashed potato, but I make the mashed potatoes like homemade. Yeah, I just, and on the screen went on sleep mode. Yeah, usually fast food restaurants don't use like healthy ingredients. They just use whatever their distributor gets them, and it's usually cheap. But I do believe I got everything laid out accordingly. But I don't. I think you're the only one in here right now, Bocce, unless the numbers are screwed up or glitched. But I am pretty sure I got every like thing that I'll need. I am gonna adjust my webcam though. Alright, well, I do see the number is like higher for the amount of people that it says that are in here, so I guess I might as well start. So, let me get situated here. So for like the mashed potato bowl, like the ingredients for it, you'll need 2 pouches of gravy mix, 1 bag of shredded cheese. Now, I got like cheddar cheese. You'll need like a 15-ounce can of corn. You can. Oh, I couldn't. My Walmart didn't have the 15-ounce can, so I got like 2 8.5-ounce cans. Um, then you'll need like potatoes. So I can't really give a guaranteed number of potatoes, but it'll vary based on how much people you have. I don't. Now it's only my mom and I tonight. So I probably won't do as much potatoes as usual. Then you'll need a 25-ounce bag of popcorn chicken. Yeah, well, whenever I know I want to do a stream, I'll go out and get like everything I need for it before I give like an official day and time whenever I'll do it. But if I'm being honest, I don't think there's very much potatoes left in this. There's not very much left. Now I'm gonna keep it in the bag actually, but there's like 7 in this bag, but only like 2 are decently sized. So we do have another bag of potatoes though. That's probably good. That's probably enough potatoes for the mashed potatoes, but I am gonna start off with the potatoes. Um, so for the first step for the potatoes is I'm gonna have to wash them, then peel them. So I'll go do that quickly, then I'll be back after I'm done washing them. Yeah, I didn't realize. I do have a bigger pot. I'll just exchange it out whenever I go to start boiling it. I also did mean to get like a potato peeler, but I forgot to buy one like prior to the stream. Yeah, I might. I'm thinking of cutting them into like smaller pieces so they can boil quicker because I know they can take like up to like 40 to 50 minutes if you leave them whole. What fat cat? I hear him. Hi, Big Cherry. Yeah, I, I like the scheduling feature because then that'll allow me to record videos whenever I want to and like get them fully edited and stuff, and then I can just schedule them to release whenever. Oh, nothing much. Yeah, I've been trying to stream at least once a week now, because after doing the Lego DeLorean set, I noticed that I get a lot more watch hours through streams, and plus, people seem to enjoy streams a lot too, so. I am on the last potato to get the skin off, or I should say, to peel. Oh, that's some Spreacher grape soda. I'm slowly um I did like a review of like some of the Spreacher sodas like a year or so ago, and I recently chose to re-review those flavors and all of the other Spreacher flavors. Um, it's not expensive if you buy it from like Dollar Tree, but if you do buy it online, it is expensive. Um, for like a 12 pack of like the glass bottled soda, which is, well, Spreacher is a glass bottled soda company, like for their main products. But um, if you buy it from online, like it's either like $20 or $40 for a 12 pack, depending on like what you choose to get. But as whenever but glass bottled soda usually isn't very expensive. I think the only expensive glass bottle soda is like the Mexican Coca-Cola. That's really the only expensive one. Um, but Sam's Club is the best place to get Mexican Coca-Cola. um, well, not um, but if it, well, I should also finish the question, like the answer to, if it's like if it's in a plastic bottle or aluminum can, you can get it pretty cheap. Like, we have like dollar stores called like Family Dollar, Dollar Tree, and Dollar General. Um, Dollar Tree usually has sodas, like single cans for $1.25. Then Family Dollar and Dollar General usually has the 6 pack of sodas and the 12 pack of sodas on sale. Um, the difference is the Mexican Coca-Cola, they're glass bottled, and they use um, they use cane sugar compared to the US, where usually it's plastic bottled or aluminum canned, and it also uses high fructose corn syrup in all of the mass produced sodas. Now, I did find like glass bottled Coca-Cola that used high fructose corn syrup, but I was only ever to find that at Wise, which is a grocery store, which isn't like a very large company as of right now. But I just finished peeling off the potatoes, so I'm gonna start boiling them now. Right, so the potatoes take the longest to make. I'm gonna try to. Alright, well, I'm glad you stopped by, average YouTube user. Um, I'm gonna try to make everything accordingly. Hi, Zach. Good night, average YouTuber. YouTube user. So, now that I got the potatoes going, it'll be about another like 38 minutes. So I'm gonna try to make everything accordingly. Um, I think this will only take it'll be pretty quick for this one, for the brown gravy mix. Um, Now I just gotta bring the contents to a boil, then simmer it for a minute. That's all I gotta do. That'll probably take like 6 or 7 minutes. Then I know the popcorn chicken will. I know that takes like 11 or 12 minutes in the oven, so I'll start that whenever it's closer. Probably about 7, like 7:12. Well, I completely forgot that I was gonna cut them up. I left them whole. I was gonna boil them for like 40 to 50 minutes. Yeah, I forgot I was gonna. I forgot to cut them up. I'm not used to cutting them up. But yeah, I am gonna grab a pot for the brown gravy whenever it comes time for that. Very well, see you later, Baji. But now, like, whenever I go to make the brown gravy, I'm gonna use like the bottled water that I have. I just don't really trust the city water. Well, unless I boil it fully, but that just seems like even then. But I am actively trying to get my gaming channel set, like scheduled with enough videos to start doing that. I named it Wild Bowl Games. It's, but I have been experimenting with like I well my main issue with the videos that I've done so far is I didn't realize the game audio was louder than me whenever I was talking, so the videos were messed up, but I'm active like I believe I got it to the perfect level with the gaming audio, with the game audio and my audio. But I do have like a series on there too. I call it like Zombies Evolution, but go and play with, that's where I go and play all of the Call of Duty zombies except the Vanguard and Modern Warfare 3 remake. Then I play from the very beginning up to the newest one. Um, well, I know Black Ops 6 is the newest one, but um, yeah, like, for me, there's like different software and things I have to do for each of my channels, but I believe I got the audio like at the proper balance between like my commentary and the gameplay audio. But um, I am, I am wanting to get that up and started, like I've said, and for like me, like I want something different because not always wanting to, I'm not always needing to do videos for like my main page or channel. So I just chose to start like fully putting in my effort into my gaming channel. Now the game I am playing on Xbox whenever I do the videos because that's like what I'm used to. One plus that's where I have all of the Call of Duties on too. But one game I definitely know I'll probably do again is Madden 08. I didn't realize how popular that was. It has like 1,463 views on my gaming channel. But I am thinking of doing like a. Well, see you later. But like whenever I do go to finish off the potatoes, like I will like get them mixed up in a. Well, I'm not gonna do it directly in the pot, but I have a mixing bowl that I'm gonna use for it. But my gaming channel, it's been up for like some years now. I think like a couple years. I just never, I just never dedicated my time to it. Um, I don't think I can. Not sure if I can go. I guess it was like back in 2021, like like 4 years ago. I guess is whenever I started it. But I know whenever I like well my the main reason why I chose to start doing YouTube, like a gaming channel, the main reason why I chose to start a gaming channel is because Hi Wolf of Walmart. I'm currently getting the potatoes boiled, which that takes the longest. That's like the longest part, but they've been boiling for like about 15 minutes now. Probably in about, yeah, it is potato time, but now in about 10 minutes or so, I'm gonna start getting the popcorn chicken baked. And now, like, I just bought like the Great Value brand because to me that's what I used the last time. I think I did a video on it. Um, but now to me the flavor doesn't really affect it. To me, like, I really can't taste the difference between like the Tyson the Tyson popcorn chicken and the Great Value brand. But now to me, like, the flavors will mix together real well. I don't really think I don't think I'm gonna cook the corn because with everything else being like hot, I doubt it's gonna change much for the corn, and plus it's canned too, so it's already at room temperature. I just gotta drain like the water out of it whenever I do go to add it in. But now for me, I was originally gonna. No, well, no, it's not Dr. Pepper. It's Spreacher Black Grape Soda. Now I'm doing like a review, like a 3-part review series for Spreacher. I know I did one. I know I did one like a year or so ago, but since I've wanted to re-record it since I have like a better looking background now, and plus I can like enjoy it again. I forget what all I reviewed in the first video. Yeah, it is a good setup. I'm just glad that I am glad I was able to buy contractor bags so I could clean up all of the boxes that was in the kitchen. I think by the end of it I had like 5 like contractor bags full of boxes. But but for me, I wanted to re-review the Spreacher sodas, and that, yeah, it does look nice. It's usually kept clean, but this is how I have my desktop set up on the table itself, which is, to me, it's just basically a large square desk anyway, so I'm able to fit like everything that like all of my desktop stuff on it. But either way, and plus it gives me like enough space to do like what cooking to do like what I need to do like on the table too. But now here in like a I'm gonna get the oven to start preheating for the popcorn chicken. it is plugged in via an extension cord. There's no outlets on the wall that it's on. So far, it hasn't caused a fire yet. Yeah, well, now the landlord renovated the apartment cheap. But yeah, I don't like the majority of landlords because most of them are cheap. And know, my, my webcam isn't focusing right. That's better. But I honestly don't like the vast majority of landlords because to me they're all cheap and like you're very lucky if you find a landlord that actually like cares about like the well-being of you and the building. But now the apartment I live in, it used to be like a full-sized house. Then it was fixed. Then it was renovated into a six apartment build. It was it was renovated to be a six apartment building, but I'm not real. I haven't really been impressed with a lot of the things that I've found around the apartment. Like one time like the landlord had electricians working on the electricity for some reason, and they cut the power to our living room without notice for like 5 days. So like the living room, like that's where I do all of my live streams with like the Lego sets and stuff. But I had to plug my I had to buy like a 50-foot extension cable to run it from the kitchen into the living room. Then but that was to like power the internet because the only room the internet could be in is the living room. Right, so now here in like a minute, I'm gonna put the popcorn chicken in. Then like 5 minutes, then in like 6 minutes, I'm going to start the brown gravy. But well, I'll go start the. I'll put. But whenever my mom started like the lease at the apartment, the stove and fridge was brand new. Now, the stove I know was probably the cheapest model they could get. Like it's the bare minimum for an oven. It only does like it only has like the burner controls and the oven control, but but other than that, that's like the only function the stove has. Like I can't do timers or anything on it. So that's why I watch the time so much, is so I can make sure things aren't getting overcooked. But no, I just know like oh, it's a Razer keyboard. I'd forget like the exact model of it. It was like I think it was like $35 at Walmart, but it's a good keyboard. The mouse and keyboard is really the only thing that's original from like my original desktop setup. I mean, like since I did that video, like the my since I did like the desktop setup video like a couple years ago. Well, maybe it was only like a year and like a half ago, but now either way, I got a new desktop since then and a new monitor. But yeah, I to me the keypad, it's not really. I don't ever use the keypad. Like for me, I've always I've never used it because I never needed a reason to, because I'm used to typing with the regular from like the plus pad here, like over here. That's all I've ever been used to, and I can type pretty fast too. But for me, I do have like a laptop for whenever I know I'm gonna go somewhere for like a few days and I want to be able to edit videos on the go. I'll bring my laptop with me and work from there. Although I probably should get like all of my apps and stuff updated on it and my video editor. Well, I'm gonna get the brown gravy started now. But for the brown gravy, for like one packet, it needs like 1 cup of water. So I just used one of my bottled waters to dump in there since I have 2 packets. Alright, so the brown gravy I just gotta bring to a boil and then simmer it for like a minute. Right, so the popcorn chicken has like 4 more minutes left. So I'm thinking I should have started it a little later because the potatoes aren't. They still feel like they're firm. Yeah, I do love using air fryers. They are convenient. Um, now I haven't used one since for like a few years now. And it's just something I never personally owned, so I just never got to use it since. Oh, you said a deep fryer. I thought you said an air fryer at first. But I've never used a deep fryer. Well, I never personally owned a deep fryer before, but I have used like a industrial sized one before. I used it while I work at McDonald's. They got like two like deep fryers. They have one dedicated for like they have one for French fries and one for everything else, like the fish fillet and like the nuggets and all of that other like fried stuff. So the popcorn chicken is done now, so I'm gonna take it out of the oven. But I should have started that like everything like about 10 minutes later. I also should have checked like the potatoes like soon, like before I started everything. But now it all will still work out in the end because um, I gotta, whenever I put the cheese on top, I gotta put it back in the oven for like a couple minutes so it's just for long enough for the cheese to melt. But now the brown gravy is also like the last step. Yeah, fried chicken's always good. Now the last time, well, the last time I went to KFC, it disappointed me a lot. Like, I think they double fried I think their chicken went it went cold, so they refried it, but it was extremely greasy and it's expensive too. But yeah, I like popcorn chicken too. It's to me, it's good. But I think the potatoes will need about another 10 minutes. But I know I said it takes about. I might just check it in like 8 minutes because I did say it usually takes like 40 to 50 minutes. But now, once it gets done, I'll drain it. Then I'll go and mix. Then I'll mash it up, and start like the final step of it, which is getting everything together. But if I remember correctly, for like a normal batch of mashed potatoes, I think I usually use like a stick of butter and like a cup of milk. But I'll usually with milk, I just estimate how much it is. And with the butter, I usually get it to room temperature before I put it in the mashed potatoes or the potatoes. But I'll get the canned corn, like the corn strained out before I do the potatoes. Well, and before they finish as well. No, before I forget, I am gonna rewrite the the mashed potato bowl. Great, so I got the mashed potato bowl recipe reworked some. I have. I've heard a very little bit of it about it, but yeah, that's something we could do. Yeah, I've heard peanut oil or avocado oil is the best. It's like the healthiest thing to use. I'm doing good tonight, oh Lord. I'm doing good tonight. I'm just getting dinner made, but it's almost done. I'm gonna check up on the potatoes right now. But I think they're done, so now it's time for me to drain out the water. I'm gonna drain it out in the sink. So let me get the beaters in first. Um, I'm gonna grab an extension. I'm not doing whipped potatoes. I'm doing mashed, but maybe that means the same thing. Alright, so now I'm adding in a stick of butter into it. Usually, I think it calls for like a cup of milk, so for me, I just usually guess. So usually get like, usually I beat it pretty well before I turn on the hand mixer. Well, I'm glad you guys think I'll be a good government worker. So I'm starting out slow with this. Well, I think that's pretty well mixed. Yeah, they do look smooth. Alright, so now I'm gonna get it all into the into the 13 by 9 pan now. It's kind of a lot of mashed potatoes. Dropping mashed potatoes all over. Um, I usually do the popcorn chicken next. Well, without dropping them. You know what? I need to get the oven preheating it'll melt the it'll melt the cheese batter. Yep, they are in. So what I'm doing now is making sure they're pretty well distributed throughout. Now this is like a smaller pan. Like you can get 13 by 9 pans in different quart sizes. So the next step is to put some shredded cheese on it. I did turn the brown gravy back on, but I have it on simmering right now until it goes back to like the temperature. So I'm gonna make sure this is well like mixed up. And I'm just gonna sprinkle it on top. Alright, so the oven is hot enough. So I'm gonna put it in the oven for a couple minutes or until the cheese is melted. I forgot the corn. So I should have done the corn before the shredded cheese, but I know it's kind of like a lot. It seems like a lot of corn, but once I yeah, but um, like once the cheese melts, I'm gonna like mix it up so everything just kind of just mixes in together and it'll be like more well distributed with all of the stuff. So now it's time to finally put it back in the oven. But there's Fat Cat in the background for you guys. Alright, so at like 51 after, I'll check it. Yeah, Fat Cat is a good cat. He you know he he's grown more attached to me recently, but I'm not complaining or anything. Um, I am gonna before I forget, I'm gonna grab like pot handles. You know, like I forget what they're called, but pot holders. The cheese is getting there, so it's slower than what I thought it would be. But I probably just give it another minute or two. Right, the cheese looks melted enough to me. Right, so now I'm gonna get this like all mixed up together. Or try to at least. Yeah, I do have the gravy made. Right there, so that'll. Now that seems like a lot of gravy, but once I get like once I get it, like, how it'll work out. I don't know how I'm not famous yet. Yeah, usually I use brown gravy for this type of dish. Alright, so I'm gonna I'm gonna give my mom this bowl quickly, but I'll be back to review it after that. Yeah. Yeah. I think that'll be good enough for me. Alright, so I'm gonna get this moved out of my way now. Alright, so let's review this now. Yeah, but now overall it is good. All of the flavors mix together real well. I would say the potatoes are the dominant flavor in it with the butter, like with the butter and the milk that I used in it, and also like the salt and pepper. But I can definitely taste that. I can definitely taste the other stuff, like the popcorn chicken and the brown gravy. But overall, I would give this like an 8 out of 10. But yeah, it's always nice to have someone that can cook for you. I'm not, I don't always, frozen meals aren't my favorite thing. Like, for me, I'd rather just make something rather than do a frozen meal. But most of the time, you can still make something that, like, with the same amount of time that it requires to cook a frozen meal in the oven. Usually they're like 50 minutes to an hour, but for me, I can usually get something made in less time. But I know not everybody has the option to cook, but for me, like, this can be pretty, this can be quick to make as long as you can time everything accordingly. Like, if you can plan it, like, when to do each item, it'll be, you can get it done in like 50 minutes. Well, I guess like an hour to like an hour 20, you could get it done. But I hope you guys enjoyed the live stream here, and I'll see you guys in the next one.